All right, my microphone is on now. And so is the music. And so is my iPad. I got my Apple Pencil discharged. My Apple Pencil discharges during the night or overnight. I don't know why, but it do. Maybe that's normal. Anyway, comics. Right. Again, I'm coming across this problem of drawing a man who exercises but is slightly, having a slightly harder time to get rid of all of his chub, all of his love handles. And I don't know how to sell that convincingly. Because you're going to be running into the problem of it just looking like he's, drawn wrong. You know what I mean? Like, this is not how you draw muscles. Yeah, it isn't. This is muscles covered in, normal amount of fat. None of these are models. You know what I mean? None of these are like some of these people are even like in the best shape they'll ever be, because they're young. But this is like, I don't know, mid 30-year-old, something like me, maybe closer to 40 actually. So yeah, he's not gonna be beautiful. But he's gonna be himself. But he is going to look slightly wrong, I guess. Always. Unless I find a better way to depict that specific body type. But like there's many other fully buff people or just thin and buff people around in this comic. So that should make you feel like, okay, this guy is different on purpose. And he is. Bench. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could actually drapery on that ass. Put some drapery on that ass, You need to sell that ass. Even if it's a comical character, still gotta have an ass. Ass that looks like ass, ideally. Oh man, I just realized that I was worried about drawing panels that are after this, but I remembered I drew them last night. And he's like, fine, they're gonna be about this big on printed page, right? So they have the appropriate amount of detail, which is too much detail to me. while being vague enough so that you can't tell, not realistic enough to, throw you off fully from enjoying the comic. Because I can't draw realistic. I have to try and stay in that weird space between, it's stylized, but only a little. Because I would love to draw more realistic, but I just don't have the chops. I don't know if I would like to draw more realistic. I would like to draw well, which is a vague goal to have, traps, hell yeah. Bicep, hell yeah. Boob, hell yeah. Shoulder, hell yeah. Traps, hell yeah. So my goal is to draw well enough. To have the viewers feel like I know what I'm doing, right? I have solutions for problems that I'm coming across, and that those solutions are like tried and true, well tested, confident depiction of whatever the heck I need to draw on a given story. That is goals. That just is goals. And it doesn't always go right. Sometimes I'm still searching for the right way to depict something. Even on just faces, you have a character, good. You have their description, fine. You maybe even have a reference photo, but how do you stylize to be true to that description, make them stand out in the crowd, and have everything feel right and consistent with other characters? You can stylize a character, I think. Super easy, And then you find out that you stylized some other character completely differently, or not enough, or it's an old design and now they don't fit. Whoa. I'm fucking fidgeting with my headphones. Face, I don't even know who this character could be. You know what? He should be him. Could be just getting here. All right. This makes sense. Palm, bone. Shoulder. Ear. Right. Maybe he looks on model. He probably doesn't. That's him. It's fine. It's fucking fine. Up. He's a thin kid. Thin kid, I don't know how much that means or what that means for his musculature. Like, I know that this light is weird. It's harsh. Not dispersed enough. Oh shit, I should be drawing this flipped. I'm gonna flip right now. Yeah. I'll think about changing things. Wait. Pecs. Oh, yeah. So about the lighting here. The light isn't dispersed enough. So it makes all the shadows under muscles a little stronger, makes the muscles pop out more. But I don't know how much. How heckin' much? Oh, baby. Right, muscles. Well, I mean, the face is a little wonky, but we move on. But see what I mean? Like, I have to draw this shadow, I think. And then I still need to add the rib cage or the lats. I think these are lats, whatever. And the abs as well. But, like, he's supposed to be thin, right? And you shouldn't make him too wide. And then some postures accentuate some muscles more than others. Like right? Like if you're hunched over, it almost makes your pecs look a little larger, but it hides your oh yeah, my pencil did actually run out. It hides your abs slightly then. It does. It just hides your abs because you're covering them up with skin or potentially fat. Oh, wow. Wow. I really should have been charging my pencil while I was having breakfast. We might take a little break and wait for the pencil to charge. So let's do that. Music stays on this time. And we're back. Okay, so it's charged enough. 40% should be good enough for the hour or 2 hours I'll be streaming for now. What's up? Okay. So I fixed that shoulder. Well, I basically tried to fix that shoulder, but Pencil said, "Nah, I got it. This is too much." This is fine, I think. This is fine. Actually, I kind of like it. I think that face is weird still, but that does not mean that I don't like it. I mean, there's more wrong with it, but we're moving on. Shoulder, triceps, elbow, forearm. Wait, if that's Harach, you shouldn't have, jaw, that's how it's gonna be fine. Fingies, make it a fist. Make it a fist. Towel. Little ass shade. Lig. Drop shadow. Drop shadow. Good. Moving on. Well, someone's still in their hoodie. Maybe they even have like a jacket in their hand. Maybe they even have like a jacket in their hand. Hands. A bag over the shoulder already. Well, it's like I said, the same problem as yesterday. When I'm unsure of the lines, I draw them too thick. That's a horrible, bad habit to have. Because it makes the overall picture inconsistent, I think. Like, you should be using a line weight with, such careful deliberation. You should know why you're doing it. And honestly, just doing it by accident is one of the worst things that could happen to you. You could probably use a brush that does not have any or almost no pressure sensitivity at all. And the picture would look better in the end. Even if it was worse drawn, the overall feeling would be, solid, consistent. Good even. Oh no. That's fine. Wait, what was that? What happened? Where's that line come from? It's from here. Okay, great. I don't know why it's there. And then I gotta delete this. And now I can merge. There's still more people here. Someone's naked butt would be good. Got too many fully clothed people here. Here's some ass. Thigh. The thing under knee. Leg. There you go. What did I do to the back here? Maybe it wasn't that bad. Anyway, hips, back. There we go. More back, more back, more back. This place has a lot of shadow. Like I said, I don't know anatomy. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. I should do some actual studies. But I don't have time to do studies, do I? Because I'm drawing comics. I might have time to do studies. I don't know. I could do a study stream. That would actually be a pretty good use of my time. I'm not sure I can show the references on stream though. Depends on the nakedness, I guess. On the level of nudity. Okay, I don't know why I'm even drawing this line here. I don't even know if this makes any sense. Okay. Lockers, again, like I said. Very simple way to add some depth. Which is nice. Add some shadow on the wall there. Add some shadow over there. Texture on the ground. I think it's time to actually delete the sketch. Sketch is gone. Anything I really need to work on here? I think this is just done. Okay. Seems alright. Yeah, this face is weird. I definitely made the nose even smaller. Good. I made it wider. Definitely feels better. That almost actually fixed the entire problem that I had with this picture. Or with this sketch. Another problem I have is probably the shoulder not being massive enough. Hell yeah. Because this man's supposed to not have a neck, basically. That's how huge he is. He's one of those people. But he also has tiny ears. Oh wait, what am I doing? Yes, this. And do this. And then you go like this. And like this. Yeah. I love doing a automated what's it called? Curve. And then dirtying it up a little. It makes it look like I actually drew it with my own hand. This is actually, I'm not saying it's the most amazing art. I just like drawing this character, it's true. This character has a lot of personality, which you... And he's also still just white though. So he's basic and easy to draw. All right. Is this good? I don't know. I'm definitely not drawing anything else though. There we go. Moving on. Panel number 2. Yeah, baby. This is fast. We've been streaming for 30 minutes. And I inked 2 panels. I don't know how long it took me to draw them yesterday, but... Oh no, that palm is gonna... This palm is gonna suck. Brace for suck. Okay, knuckles. There's this bridge here between the thumb and the index finger. Oh no. Knuckle. Meat. I'm so worried. I should turn down the opacity so I can actually see. It's thin, but I can thicken it up after I draw it. Okay, middle finger, knuckle. I should also add texture to here. Right. It doesn't have a ring, right? Also, he just walked out of the shower. So he probably wouldn't be wearing anything yet. Because he probably doesn't put on his jewelry, if he has any jewelry, between exiting the training room and entering the showers. I definitely don't do the knuckles. And it really helps to do this, you know what I mean? To make them bulge out a little. Even if you have a thick finger to draw. Does look good. I think it actually looks good even though I just drew over it. I think, or at least it looks fine. There you go. There I go. There we go. But it should have a... What? Yeah, it should have a little more obvious bend to it. Heck. Should be maybe even bigger. I don't know. This is how I'm drawing it now. If I need to fix it later, I'll try and fix it later. That's nice. It's fine. 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 The pinky could be thicker. All right. Now for the character. The character's stuck in a weird pose. He should be super stiff and pissed still. Man, I'm getting so many ideas for the story. I mean, it would be my story and not my writer's story. Or for the scenes, I guess, not for the story necessarily. Do I want this drop shadow? I think the drop shadow makes it seem like it's not directly on him. I'm gonna try not doing the drop shadow for now, and I might add it later. Right. Muscles. Again, no idea. No idea how these muscles actually work. Oh, maybe I should. Yeah, it's definitely better. Muscles. More muscles. Alright. Shoulder should be, I guess, rounder if he's that buff. But now I'm afraid of doing the face after I drew the rest of the body. It definitely is a wrong angle. I don't know. Can I warp this? Yeah, this already looks better, right? It's fine. Might have to turn the opacity of the layers so low that I can just barely see the size of the shape, but not necessarily the details, so they don't distract me when I know that I'm not satisfied with the details. Right. Right. Maybe his eyes are still wide open. Or wider open than I had them originally. Right? But you still see the lid because the eyes are pointed down. The nose I just drew might be... No, I like it. I mean, I like it now. Hair? Ear? Oh. Right. Drop shadow on the nose. He's not supposed to look sad, right? He's supposed to look pissed. Because, like, you he wants to beat somebody up, but also he's kind of justified in wanting to beat some guy's ass. So, you know, for a villain slash antagonist, this is... This is a good face. There you go. Bean face. A fucking Daigo Ikenoriu ass face. Which I think is a good touch point to have. IMO. If Daigo Ikeno is not gonna be drawing any more Street Fighter or any more Capcom stuff, might as well draw something that looks like he would draw it himself. Right, even better. I like it. I feel like this is fine. Gonna need to probably shift the face a little. Or the hand. He's also ginormous here, I think. I'll just resize it. Yeah, this Apple Pencil is definitely struggling right now. Okay, some hair. So drawing a fade is... Sometimes it works, sometimes it's tough. Because you don't have... Like, if you have a set pen or line weight, you can't really do a super transparent part of the fade. You have to draw some lines in that spot, you know. And there's this. So you can't really have that super smooth gradient. Dude, maybe I solved this by drawing the drop shadow. You know, you want to have that hand there. I'm gonna draw the drop shadow around the fingers. That might look good. Look good. That might look good. Look good. That might look good. Kinda doesn't, but let's flip it. Dude, maybe it does look good. I think it does look good. I like it. Anyway, you may not think it looks good. I may not think it looks good. But I'm satisfied with it for now. And what more could you want? Okay, time to draw Velato, I guess. Again, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, it's tough because you're supposed to have designs for characters nailed down for multiple different distances. You know what I mean? Like you have your characters on the... Oh yeah, he's shirtless. You have your characters designed probably for medium close-ups. Maybe not even that. Where you stylize pretty heavily. And then when you have to make actual close-ups, you're like, oh shit, I don't know where to put the lines here. Like, what does he actually look like? Fuck. Okay, well, time to draw more detail, but still stay in a stylized, form, which is super hard. Once you have to draw an actual close-up, if you just stretched what you drew for your medium close-ups, it will look bad. The line weight just does not make sense anymore. And now you're missing a lot of details that the viewer would expect. But then you might also have an opposite problem for your further away shots, for your medium shots, for your establishing shots even. I don't know. Shoot, I'm forgetting the love handles. That's a weird look for Lotto. Wait, where was I? When you have to draw your characters further away, like again, you're having trouble because wait, let's do this actually. You're having trouble because you don't know how to simplify an already simplified design sometimes. And it's a struggle. It's a stupid problem to have, and it's not really that big of a deal. But it is something that you need to think about after you've already thought about these characters for a lot of time. But also, you can't really afford to do that. You gotta just keep drawing. But hopefully, if you've done this enough times, you can kind of get there automatically. Okay, that's one character in the background. I shouldn't be just scribbling. Man. I feel like the line weight on this face now is way too thin. This shouldn't be like angels on the shoulder. That makes no sense. But I don't know, maybe it does like accentuate the shame. Maybe it is something. if you see his face and then for some reason a lot of other people's reactions in the background, it doesn't only bring in his thoughts into the, or rather his thoughts are connected to other people's thoughts of him, right? So he's ashamed of, getting unjustly put down, just more and more pissed about this entire fucking place. Does this man have a shirt by now? That's annoying. That's an annoying thing to keep track of. And he isn't even here, is he? Okay, he is here. He doesn't even have pants in this scene. In here, he still doesn't have pants. Okay, he should fucking have pants now at least. No, maybe he still doesn't have pants. Okay, either way, he's shirtless. Good. Okay, so lockers again. They lead your eye. They set the scale. They're a man's best friend. Forget horses. Forget dogs. It's lockers. They're also easier to draw than either of those. Get yours now. I mean, I messed up the perspective, but there you go. Does this make sense? You know what? I'll do it. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. More lockers. Yeah, I just can't draw a straight line. Dirty him up. Can I? Okay, it looks more like a face now. It's fine. I'm kind of unsure about the perspective now after I've drawn the characters. I'm not sure what I'm actually supposed to be looking at. Heckin' freaking dirty it up, dirty it up, dirty it up. Like, I understand some people want to get lost in the details, but you really shouldn't be putting too much detail in your page. Like, another thing that I just thought about while drawing this was, if you shot this with a camera, you would probably have a shallow depth of field. So the people in the background would be, they would be there, but they would be out of focus unless you refocused on them. Oh, wow, that tangent is also brutal, huh? Does this fix it? Maybe? Right. So they would be out of focus But I don't know if that would have been a problem. Yeah, I think that... Would this be better? Let's try something. I do think it's better. Heck. Yeah, the perspective on this is bad. But let's just keep it going. Drawing. Corner. Wall. Ceiling. Door frame. Door frame. That's fine. Dirty. Merge. I'm gonna draw the speech bubbles while I'm here. Why not? I am short on time, but I'll just draw them. It's 4 speech bubbles. That's fine. Okay, first off, that makes no sense. Why is this here? This makes sense to be here, I guess. Oh, well. Okay. This goes here. This goes here. Okay. Like this. Like this. Speech bubble. This is fine. It's fine. Speech bubble. Well, that's too close. All right. White. Erase this bit. Oh, over. I feel like the eye on this face is suspicious. It's not very good. It's a sideways eye, I think. Well, if I feel like I have time to fix it at some point. If I have time to fix it in the I have time to fix it in the future, I might redraw this face. But right now, not a priority. You know, sometimes I look at some of the poses I've drawn and think, oh wow, I really did draw that with that reference, huh? And like, I mean, it took a little longer, I guess. But you know what I hate more? And then drawing is trying to find references for the thing I'm drawing and taking longer than it would have taken for me to just fucking draw it. Which happens. Happens to me all the time. Maybe I shouldn't have merged this. Woo. That's probably better. I'm afraid of these tangents. That's, I guess, as good as I can get it. Yeah. So, doesn't have the great tones yet, but other than that, it's done. Doesn't have great tones and tattoos and stuff, which I guess you could count as gray tones still. Charge. Good news, everyone. Good news. Found a thing I need to fix. Found a thing I need to fix right here. Oh no. He should still have his bandages on. Come on. Panel 3. Duplicate. Oh no. Boxing bandages are like a mess. Goes around here, goes around here. And then like you have this mass of bandages on the knuckles. You know? You want to be cool like Muhammad Ali, but then you just end up. What is up with this? You just end up looking like a mummy. Anyway, what the heck did I just do with this weird tangent? That was bad. That was brutal. It's cool. See? Beer. Moving on. Moving on. Okay, so gotta draw panel borders. Another establishing shot. I don't think I need to draw an establishing shot. Okay, when I get to it, I'm gonna simplify. But I keep drawing this over and over, and I don't need to keep drawing this over and over. So that's definitely going to be something I'll take a look at promptly. Okay, a guy. He maybe doesn't need to have... Yeah, that panel is unnecessarily large for him. He's just standing. And the second panel makes sense to be smaller than the third. It's basically just a face and a reaction there. Dude, maybe I should even flip these two. Yeah, you know what? I'll draw them and then I'll flip them vertically. Maybe? Dude, I don't know. Might actually just... No, yes. Sure. I think first things first, I'll do this. So make them slightly similar sized. Flip it up. Yeah, so sometimes I like to end the scene on maybe we just do this as well. Sometimes I like to end the scene on a wide shot, right? This. But I think having the characters' faces would be better for this scene in particular. than enough space. Come on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's better. Right? I think if you grab these. Right? I don't know what's exactly in the script, but I think it would be better to have the characters empathize more. Right? Right. That's what I think. Well, I don't... We'll see. We'll get there. We gotta draw the first panel first. Oh, dude, I gotta get some riffs. Oh. A bag. You know what, dude? I don't care. I don't fucking care. It's just a fucking bag. What else are you wearing? What is the year season stuff? What did you wear here? Okay, you do have a jacket of some sort. Okay, I gave you a hoodie. I think you should have a jacket by now. I would recommend a jacket because it's snowing, or it's gonna be snowing, or it has snowed. It's about to snow. I don't know. Anyway, gotta redraw this pose basically. But why is your bag so large? What do you think you're doing? Tactical. 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 Hell yeah. Straps up the wazoo. Usually you have, I mean, I don't know if that's, I don't know what that is, but why that's the case. But you often have people putting on backpacks shot from like a low angle. I guess it helps sell the weight or that motion. I don't know. But it's some kind of visual storytelling cliche. I don't know. Feels like it. And I am no better. Puts on the backpack looks over his shoulder at us. Why is that bag so big? Like, come on. Do you still have shorts? You might still have shorts, actually. I don't know. Either that or like cargo pants. Be funny if they also had like the Czech flag shape, basically. The wedge. That's stupid, and I like it. Ass of a hippopotamus. Like I said, it's a low angle. So here's the lockers coming to the rescue again. Finally show the ceiling light. Spatchbubel. Norway. Great, good job. Still gonna probably have to ref that. But it's better than it was on the initial sketch. Slightly better than it was on the initial sketch. Okay. Still gonna have to flip the page anyway. Right. So wait, he doesn't have hair. I don't know if he would be looking at him. I don't know. I guess I'm already drawing him, not looking at the other character. I guess it's better if he isn't looking at him. He's in the foreground here. Hello, turnip. Please feel free to lurk. Lurk and work. I'm gonna stop the stream about an hour because I have a meeting. I need to leave for the city. And then I might stream again at night. I don't know. Just to get some reps in, just to get used to this. What am I doing? Okay, character in the background. Oh man, I might as well fucking turn off the initial sketch. It's not really helping anyway. Just draw it in fucking blue. It's not like I'm gonna be drawing anything finished right now. This is just sketch. Oh, I'm not. Yep. This is my sketch brush. Oh, might be too thick. Oh. Right. Well, I don't want to draw too much of the background. It just slows me down. Is it better to have cool background? Sometimes you don't need it. Oh man, but it might look, sometimes it does look good though. It's definitely wrong though right now. I'm not really thinking about where the camera was supposed to be. Okay, he's still... Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to just look at the previous page. So they're sitting over here. Just gonna copy it. Well, the couple times I've tuned into your streams, you were only drawing, right? Or do you also stream games? I kind of don't watch streamers as much anymore, so I'm sorry that I wasn't there. Also, I feel like streaming art is like weird because nobody's actually watching you, you know? Like nobody puts on an art stream to watch the art get made. And usually it's people who make art who watch art streamers, I feel like. So it's just, you know, it's like an online co-working space instead of entertainment. At least that's how I feel it often is. Like I don't watch that many art streamers. I watch, or sometimes I put on Eiffel Art, who makes these awesome marker and gouache paintings. So that guy's goated. But I also watch Daniel Warren Johnson's stream on YouTube, and he usually just streams for an hour. He streams either drawing commissions or cover work, or you know, sometimes interior art. And yeah, it definitely gets you pumped to draw along. Like, you can't have a studio, right? You can't have a studio with so many people, but it is energizing. Oh man, what is the angle? What is the angle I'm trying to draw? I guess he should be in the no, I can't draw him in the foreground. I'm gonna flip the camera to... so the camera's gonna be coming from over here. So he's gonna have to jump over. He's gonna be standing here by the time he's leaving. Okay, well that makes sense at least. It's not like I planned for it, but it does make sense. Group, rename, panel free. Okay, so if I draw him on panel 2, well, I'm deleting this, fuck this. Wow, I have so many layers for no reason here. If he walks towards, okay, if he's here, oh yeah, that makes sense. And he's gonna be with his back here, because he's still sitting here. Whoa. He's still sitting over here. He's gonna be turning around in this long shot, or medium shot, I guess. Maybe he is talking to him like this. Wait. Oh no, that's the end of the scene. I literally just said this. Okay, well, In that case, I move this over here. And as far as the previous bit goes, that was, how did I have that sketched out? Right, I get it. I get it now. I get what I was trying to draw. So you know what? He's back like this. And him like walking around the bench, talking. Beep, 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 beep. Lockers in the background. And then he like, turns around here. So he stays in the foreground, kinda bummed. He looks back at him, also kinda bummed. Hell yeah. Comics, baby. Fucking stupid. Okay, time to draw that slightly better. Even do it like this. Some of this is set. I definitely know how I'm gonna draw this character in the background. Just unsure about Mr. Roch. Cool. I don't really know what pose to do though. What pose do I draw this man? This man in. Is he turning around? Is he barely listening? I guess he's a nice guy. I guess he has good eye contact. He's curious. Also, he's a foreigner and he wants to maybe see people's body language to get extra context from for what he's hearing. I don't know. I'm just making excuses for drawing him slightly turned around. If this was a movie and this was an actor, he would not want to hide his face away from the camera. He'd be like, oh shit, I'm getting fucking paid to be here. I'm gonna fucking act. My face needs to be in every goddamn meter of this film. If a motherfucker randomly switches on TV and this movie is on and he doesn't see my face, what's the fucking point? Well, it's not like it's easy to draw the face from this angle. Well, I drew something. I can draw it now and fix it later. Such is the power of digital art. Okay, time to draw a bench. Okay, I said I'm gonna draw the bench and I'm drawing legs. I'm so good at planning. I have a plan. I state the plan clearly. and then do something fucking else. Okay, bench. Oh shit, that bench is gonna have to have some perspective. Where's the fucking... Yeah, sure. Dude, if I drew this traditionally, I wouldn't even do that. And it would look worse. 100% it would look worse. But it would take 3 times less time. Which, I don't know. Still don't know which is better. Taking more time and getting to draw fewer things, or being faster and never being really satisfied with what the end product looks like. I've always been a proponent of drawing fast and getting stuff on the page, learning from it, and then quickly doing another project. Oh no, that's bad. With your new experiences. But these days, I'm kind of bummed about not having a lot of things out there that I'm satisfied with. So I guess it comes with age. And I am old. So while I was younger, I think it made sense to try and draw fast, get experiences. But right now it's just embarrassing that I don't have, something actually representative of my skill. It's always a representation of the what do you call it? Oh fuck. Oh yeah. It's always just representative of the compromises that you had to make something, to finish something, which is a skill. Like lately I've been watching more closely what, usually the American industry or comic industry produces. And not just, Marvel and DC, but also various creator-owned Image Comics, Boom, Mad Cow, what kind of art those people are making. And yeah, you can see the compromises there. So what comic books often end up being isn't really a representation of the artist at the top of their game, or rather the top of their game is them being fast enough to produce stuff on a very tight schedule. The schedules are not as bad as manga, but they are stupid. They're fucking awful. It's still, something a lot of people, in my country at least, can't really fathom. Nobody draws that many comics here that fast. Nobody does a monthly comic. Nobody does a 20 page, a 24 page a month. Not even me. I used to think I'm fast, but I can't do that, I think. I mean, maybe I can do that, but I would need to like really lock in and not have my, you know, neurodivergencies, maybe? I don't know. I've been kind of locked in on stream, honestly, which is what I hope would happen. Yeah, see, I'm happy that you're trying comics, and I'm looking forward to reading it because I like your art. But it is somewhat a different muscle from illustration. Like for me, illustrating is actually hard. I just can't I just can't make a nice picture. You know what I mean? Like I don't know composition. I don't know the basics. I don't follow illustrators as an inspiration. I've always been looking up to comic books or comic book artists or, pages as opposed to finished pieces. And like, it's so hard for me to try and illustrate just one image that, hits the way it's supposed to hit, while I feel like my art can work better as a sequence. And I do think that you can probably learn both positions, but it is something you need to learn. I mean, some people probably just intuitively are amazing at both, but I'm not, I did actually have to like really lock down and try and illustrate after I've been asked to illustrate a couple books, which is something I never did. But like now I'm working on this fan art. Look at this fan art. It's for Shin Megami Tensei 3, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's brutal. It's not done, by the way. One of the reasons why this is a struggle is that it's painted. That this started as a colored line art, but I need to get some painting experience because I never painted, and it's hard for me. Like that's another skill set I just do not possess. I was always, coloring line art, or better yet, not even coloring the line art, just black and white is the perfect space for me. And this is just, I definitely need to finish this because I need to get experience, because I promised somebody that I'm gonna paint a cover for them. And I don't know how to paint, so I'm practicing on this fan art that hopefully is going to hopefully people are gonna like it. I might just print one for myself and hang it because, I don't know, might look good. Yeah. I like it, more or less. Right, back to comics though. Like one of the things about comics that I always enjoyed was how fast you can just have a finished thing. But lately, with the more detail I've been putting into each page, it stopped being as true, honestly. Like, especially with how long the projects I'm working on these days are. Instead of just being 20-page short for a fanzine or an anthology, it's different. Working on a 350-page book is definitely a marathon. But you gotta get experience in with the shorts, definitely. Look at this. Look at this. This is the first volume of Akira. This is okay, 360 pages, 357. It's thick. It's a shitty paper. And look how fucking thick it is. So that's how big this book is going to be. And now I'm at page, I don't know, 109. Well, this is page 50 something, but about 110 pages. Not all of them are fully inked, and not all of them are fully shaded. And I have about a year left. Less than a year now. Which I can do, as long as I get other projects that I'm working on off my plate, then I can actually lock in. But it's gonna be tight either way. Linnea's that is amazing. I don't know how they I never really, because I know that I'm not gonna buy their books because I don't have money. I never really knew that their books are that big. That sounds amazing. Like, that's a lot of pages of amazing art, which is another thing, right? Like, you could just shit out 300 pages. But doing good art on 300 pages is, especially as a single person, some people can do it. Like, they can, clearly. I'm still struggling. Small ear. Shadow over eyes. Beard. Great. A hoodie. Those are the parts that I know that I can draw. I don't know about the bag. Gonna have to find references for the bag. Yeah, I was about to say you should go back to drawing. I think I have about 40 minutes, an hour left on this stream still. I finished my tea, but it's pointless to try and make more right now when I'm leaving so soon. So I might take one pee break, but won't make more tea. I mean, he would probably have like a pocket on his stupid jacket as well. I'm gonna fucking put check flags on all these cargo-like pockets. That's what a Nazi would have. Oh, dude. I fucked up. This drapery's garbage. It's fine. I don't know what he's doing with his hands, dude. Maybe he's zipping something up. I don't know. Just didn't want to let them hang. Yeah, okay. Can be buttoning up his jacket here. Gonna have to scale him down afterwards anyway. There you go. Some flaps. Wait, he would be buttoning up from the bottom. They wouldn't be flapping down there anymore. That would be the part that's already buttoned up. God damn it. Scale this man. Scale this man. Right. Drop shadow. Dude, I should flip. I'm gonna start flipping. Okay. Hands. Dude, I drew such tiny hands for this man. How cute. How adorable. Just gonna add a finger. That's what AI would do. Alright, pants. Dude, if it turns out he's supposed to wear shorts, I mean, dude, I don't even need to draw that button, I think. No, I'm gonna draw that button. If I don't, then it's not clear that it's a pocket. I think he's too lanky now. He's supposed to be kind of thick. But I definitely drew the legs disproportionately long. Dude, this was supposed to basically be finished inks, but I'm treating it like a sketch. That's horrible. This line work looks like garbage. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can fix it. All right. So put him lower, covered by the bench. I mean, he's basically hitting the ground. I don't know. I think the lockers should have the lower bits visible now. And the ground should be visible too. Not that I'm gonna draw his feet, but yeah, that makes it look better. Cool. Dude, what am I? Oh, wait, no. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm seeing anymore. I can't tell what's erased and what is connected to something that I can't see. This is a mess. Right, I have to not forget to draw the actual backpack on him. Even if I'm gonna draw it kind of vaguely for now. There's definitely bits that I know are gonna be there, like just the general shape of it. And that will inform the silhouette, and that will inform some of the folds on the rest of the clothing. And the actual design can be refined later. Stupid ass military backpack, bro. Okay, there you go. I think this panel is basically done. It's done aside for the bits that are clearly not done. So flip. Where's the opacity? Right, yeah, fine. Fucking whatever. Okay. Just gotta dirty up the environment a little, which is something that also takes unnecessary amount of time and is one of the big differences from what I didn't do when I was younger, and therefore everything I drew went faster. But now I do it and it's like undisputably better looking, so can't really stop now, can I? Even if it's not like super exact, it just makes the environment feel better. It just does. It's also another thing I learned from browsing Akira. I feel I only read Akira once. I don't remember anything about it, but I do have 2 volumes to casually flip through and see how Otomo draws some shit. How he draws the shit out of some stuff and actually leaves a lot of things somewhat sketchy, which is also incredibly informative. Like learning where to not invest as much time because it's not necessary is just as important as learning how to draw something super duper well, especially in comics. I mean, it's useful in illustration, it's useful in drawing and painting. I've been actually, as I've been trying to learn how to paint, I did have to consume a lot of like concept artist and digital painter and even traditional painter YouTube. I didn't pay for any classes. I should maybe do that eventually, but for now I was just browsing YouTube and absorbing as much as I could, and like the way they taught about using edges, which obviously you can't really do when you're drawing in line. because everything you do in line is sharp. But what we can do is just choose not to draw the shit out of everything and keep it a little loose. And that, I think, has a similar effect to, softening some edges in painting. At least that's something I'm gonna attempt to apply in my art. To guide the focus of the viewer. Because if you're drawing a lot of pages with a lot of detail, it's just exhausting, and eventually it's just not legible. You can't guide the reader through. But if you choose well what to draw the shit out of and what to leave loose, then even though you are stuck with the same line or with the same tool, you can change, you can guide the focus better. Oh man, this is actually, I kind of like this page now that we figured it out. This bit started rough, but it's kind of good now. Oh yeah, small ear. Gotta remember to draw a small ear. Oh man, this ear might still be too big. Okay, this is the last song from Burnout 4 soundtrack. No, Burnout 3 soundtrack. We gotta figure out what else to listen to. Oh man. Add to queue. Yeah, about an hour of music. And I'm playing this from YouTube Music, but I recently downloaded Winamp again and installed a Serial Experiments Lane skin, and that is the vibe. But I haven't actually downloaded any music. I'm just listening to downloaded podcasts from there because the web players are fucking garbage, and sometimes you just need to download a podcast to listen to offline. And you gotta have a cool player for that, and not use the stupid Windows Media Player or VLC, because those are for video. Does this look good? Is this flip? It's not flip. Time to flip it. Okay, I don't hate it. Damn. Sometimes you flip a canvas and it's not significantly worse, and that's a miracle. That's a Christmas miracle. Okay, he looks a little weird here. Oh yeah, that's because he's supposed to just have a neck beard, not a full around the face beard. How do you draw that? I don't know. What's the difference? I don't know. There you go. That's it. Right. So right. So the speech bubble would be here. Will it be there? I gotta flip it again. So the sketch is no. I can see it. Now, though, I'm thinking that the first panel, I mean, it's just a sketch, so the first panel might be like this. Oh, yeah, it makes more sense because he's standing up, he's looking to his left where the main character is, then he walks to the right. Hell yeah. Comic books, storytelling, blocking. Some other industry term that I don't know because I just draw. I don't think. Does it make sense to put the bench here? It does, but it should be here. Okay. His ass is on the bench. His legs are like this. He's looking at him. Kind of sad by from what he's hearing. Oh no, I'm sympathizing with the other guy. Man, I think I need to actually shift. Yeah, this will work, right? It's gonna have to. And there you go. Delete this sketch. Make this a sketch. And ink the final. That I haven't actually. This is one of the scenes where, you know, the main character is just not even involved. So this is the first time I'm drawing him in a while, actually. It's been so long. So I gotta, 1, remember how he fucking looks. 2, figure out how he looks when he's hearing a sap story. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. His eyes go, his eyes drift towards the ground. They leave the line of the eye contact to signify that he's thinking about something, I guess. He's saddened by what he's hearing. He's like, you know what, actually, I don't know if it makes sense. Either way, he's not like grinning. Oh man, I made him too fucking sad. Should be thinking, not sad. So neutral. Yeah, this is great. Perfect. I'm so good at drawing, dude. Well, I drew the face well, at least. Now I gotta actually take care of the posture. Oh man, this is weird. It shouldn't be looking over his shoulder. But he would be if in this case, no? Oh man. Made him act too hard. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Wait, no. The bench. The bench. To give context to the space. Wow, I should not have drawn those lines. Whatever. Moving on. Background. Man, wait, I gotta fix this. Tangents. Tangents are weird. There you go, fixed it. Yeah, I don't have a clear idea of how this space works. So I'm constantly just drawing basically the same locker setup. Whoa. Where would the... Looking down, I guess. Yeah, this makes sense. Perspective. Oh no, another tangent. It's a never-ending battle with tangents here. Oh yeah, I should... I have started preparing like textures, I guess you could call it, of certain things that repeat in the comic, like commie block building windows and balconies, and like brick texture and signs that repeat throughout the comic, so that I can just slap that on in the penciling stage, and then draw it fresh on during the inking phase. But there's a lot of textures that I'm still missing, and I think that the lockers might be... And sometimes it's just easier and faster to just draw them completely fresh. Like here, like, I don't know if having that texture ready would be that useful, because, like, what am I gonna do with it? There's barely any lockers visible here. But the thing is that if you just have them, you can then transform them and have pretty good perspective grid with them. And it saves a lot of time. Potentially. But like, especially those kami block buildings, those faces are, yeah, I gotta make more types, but especially later when there's more scenes taking place around that part, it's going to be so useful to have just for the penciling stage, you know. I'm not gonna use that like a stencil that I can repeat without editing over and over, because that would look bad, especially after transforming. But yeah, I hate drawing those over and over. It's a lot of detail. It's a lot of detail that is like basically pointless. Like, the reader just needs to read that that's a kami block and doesn't need to know exactly where or exactly how many, I don't know, flower pots are sitting on a given windowsill. I don't know. Man, this is kind of good. This is such a simple exchange, but I definitely made it better than it was. That's all you can ask for right now. I'm drawing a jacket. I don't have a design for this jacket. I assume it doesn't matter if it turns out that it's supposed to be some specific military jacket. It's not important. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna fix it. And I'm definitely not drawing camo. I don't think it ever looks good when you just slap a texture of things like camo or like thread designs. I don't know what to call it, like a sweater design. Like, you better draw it. You either draw it and you let your hand simplify the shapes, or you don't do it, you know? I mean, maybe it makes sense for like an actual military story, but at that point you're already drawing a military story, so you've already lost. You've already, like, what are you? That's not... Who gives a shit? But for like design of a thing, a fashionable, you know, what's it called? Camouflage? Yeah, it's stupid. That does not look good, I think. It always clashes because a lot of the stuff is just done in the line, and then suddenly you have such a significant graphical element on the character, and it feels weird. It clashes. So yeah, camo in its natural habitat, like a military story, I guess makes sense, but slapping it onto something that you've drawn in lines feels off to me. Okay, I don't know what to do with the bag. Oh, hell yeah, you can see up his nose probably. Easy. I gotta do those lockers again. Man, I'm not. No. Yeah. Now that I know what the perspective on these are, kind of vibing. There you go. A line. Line. Man, I like this line brush a lot. For essentially stock Procreate brush that I just barely edited, it feels so nice to draw with now. Now that I've added these like gaps when you draw fast with it, so that it simulates kind of like going fast over rough paper with a real pen. It feels just so much more organic, so much like accurate. And it took me like 2 years to fucking really nail the feel of this brush. Yeah, I said I was gonna have a lamp here. I guess maybe it's still too big. Man, this might still be too big. Squash it. Squashing it. Squishing it. Shitty wire on a concrete block. Right, I think I'm moving up. Woo! Woo! Okay, keep on moving. Panel 4. So this was 3 panels and... Wait, no. It's not 2 hours. Fuck. I have obviously had some... I have been doing something else before. Right, I drew these top 3 panels at the start of the stream. And these... Okay, I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast, but... Oh shit. I have a design for this bucket. Where is it? Where's the bucket? Here's the bucket. Oh man, but I also drew it somewhere else once more. Oh my god. Where's the bucket? Here's the bucket. Okay. The first one was more descriptive, I suppose. Comic books, comic books, comic books, comic books. So this is... No, I guess it makes sense. It's fine. I got lost in this in remembering what the script is saying. Where's my shoe? Here's my shoe. No, it does make sense. Okay, fine. So here's the bucket. I'm drawing a bucket. Gotta draw that bucket round. Good job, you did a bucket. I messed up the other layer. No, fuck. Yes, no, well, whatever. Let's try again. Down. Whoa, and around. Bucket. Edit ellipse. Yes, that's a good bucket. Handle. Oh shit, I did the thing again where I am unsure of the shape I'm trying to draw and use too much pressure and the line just does not look right on the other thing that I'm drawing. Okay, handle. It's fine. It's fucking fine. I'm not gonna look up references for a bucket. I'm not gonna fucking waste time. Okay, but I am gonna dirty it up. It's a vintage bucket that's been used at this gym for, I don't know, since the 80s maybe. Like some of the best boxers that were ever boxing on this gym, or at this gym, were using this bucket to wipe the toilets back when they were new. It's a bucket with history. It's a bucket with a patina. That bucket is a veteran. That bucket could have the champion's belt of his own. Water. Whoa, that's bad. Water. 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 Okay, this rim of the bucket maybe shouldn't even properly be visible. Should probably draw some onomatopoeia as well. Dude, why am I drawing so much bucket? I should move on. It's just a scene transition bucket. Nice. Jesus. Okay. So I was saying that I need to not make this an establishing shot. Because first of all, I already drew too many of them. And second, I don't want to spend that much time on it. What I do want to do is make sure that it connects to the next part of the scene, which is this. Where he's wiping the floor, right? And he overhears somebody talking from, a room nearby. So I gotta have him wipe in roughly that general, in that general direction. Which I guess can be as big as whatever. That's fine. Oh man, wait, I gotta dirty up the room in the first panel still. Including the lockers, which I left almost brand new. What the heck? Man, that's so much unnecessary detail. It's not detail, it's texture. This porous concrete. Could have some little pipes going down it. I'm not gonna fucking draw more pipes. Never trust a pipe. Pipes are bad for you. You want to draw one pipe, and then you fucking have to draw the pipe, the second outline of the pipe, then you gotta draw the pipe's either drop shadow or ambient occlusion, and then you gotta draw a reflection because it's probably metal, and then you gotta draw some wear on it as well. That's so much that you gotta do to just draw a fucking pipe. What is the point? It's just a fucking pipe. God damn it. Man. Oh, it's 3 p.m. Almost gotta go. Man, like I'm not done now and I'm almost too far away from the end. But I think I'm gonna have this entire section done in 2 more days. Which is exciting. Okay, I gotta figure out what to fucking draw over here. Sketch brush. Sketch brush. Typically, I just like to do a spleesh. I just slammed the mop on the ground. But I can't do that right now because we already did that in the past. And it does not exactly lead to the next scene. It's not an exciting page turn, is it? It's not gonna be. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to build excitement for everything. It's a smooth transition to the next scene, actually. But honestly, the bucket being filled is already the transition spot. You know what? His face would be fine. His face and because he's still maybe thinking about what he just told him up here. That might be good. Like, he's filling up the bucket, he's thinking about it, he's grabbing the mop, he's thinking about it, and you can draw like some of the environment in the background, you know, but at least it's not gonna be a whole establishing shot for no goddamn reason. Like, what is the point of this? Why would you have all this? Don't draw all that. Waste of time. Face, emotion, thoughts, good. And it's also like going to be a nice central composition for these 2 panels that are following, that are starting the next sequence and are following each other directly. And while this is at a different point in time, like a minute after, it's still going to be, you know, emotionally the same. Still just thinking. Okay, I'm gonna have to make it smaller though so that I can draw some hands holding a mop. Riveting. Riveting problem solving. This is weird ear. Weird ear. Though I am afraid I'm gonna have to squish it. There you go. There you go. There's a hand. There's a thumb. Drawing a hand. Does it make sense? It might not make sense, but it's a decent pose. Okay, and then what about the environment? So, steel beams. Those are just everywhere in this room. And maybe the window? Or a window, singular window? I don't know. Definitely not drawing the boxing ring. That's like drawing a bunch of pipes and ropes over and over again. And that is not very economical. Oh wait, I should maybe plan to leave. I'm gonna have to plan leave. Oh, I think I can still draw this. Inking brush, there you go. Right. It's also useful to have his face because, I mean, there were opportunities to draw his face, you know, in reaction to shit that's happening in the locker room. But like, you don't have to fucking cut to the hero for everything all the time. So I didn't. And this is like the first time where we actually see his reaction kind of to all that happened there. So it's not like a reaction, it's just, you know, ruminating. Or he's thinking about dinner. Either way, this facial expression about works for those, or for this occasion. Man, weird line weights. Chin, I'm making that chin too big. He's not supposed to have a heroic masculine chin. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe should have been drawing this flipped. Because when I flip this, I might be very disappointed. Flipping it now. You know what? I expected bigger disappointment. Drop shadow. Drop shadow. There you go. Shirt folds. Oh, heck. That was a good album. Oh, man. Oh, there's still a bonus track, apparently. Sure. 90s, dude. Remember bonus tracks? Man, every time I panic, I just change my line weight. I think I press in to make the line go slower, right? And or maybe it's to like cover more space, like it's all subconscious, to cover more space and therefore like be done with the thing that I'm nervous about drawing sooner. But it's like counterproductive because then I have to erase it so that the line weight actually matches the rest of the subject I'm drawing. So yeah, that's something that I should train. Oh baby, drawing is bullshit. It's not hard. It's not hard, but it is bullshit. There are a lot of things that are hard, that are objectively hard. And drawing comics isn't hard. It's just bullshit. I guess you could call drawing comics the I don't know, the Silk Song run back of arts. I don't know. It's also not hard. It's just fucking tedious and bullshit. That's my video game hot take for the day. Mop. See? I can draw a mop. I wonder if the mop is just as worn as the bucket, if they're like pals. If they were made in the same era. In the 80s somewhere. All right, I'm gonna just lightly shit some environment out. And I'm gonna have to stop the stream and like put on fresh underwear and find a public transit connection. Well, I'm gonna wait till Sneaker Pimps stop playing and then I'll end the stream. Man, I didn't properly draw the hair, and I'm not gonna. I might later, I don't know. Just glad that I'm almost done with the page. That's actually good progress, dude. That's actually fucking crazy, because it took 2 hours. And I basically didn't even have a sketch. I mean, I had a sketch, but I had to redo it. Basically everything except the bucket was scrapped. That's good. That's some good comicsing. Some pages really are faster than others. I mean, I'm not done. Of course I'm not done, but, you know, it's true. Window. Gotta draw a window. this is gonna be the inner edge of the window. It's gonna give me this. Dude, what am I doing? It's fine. That might be the outside. Is it dark in here now? I guess it would be. Okay, so I gotta draw the darkness outside plus the reflection of the inside, which is lit. Oh my god. Okay, sneaker pimps have stopped playing. It's a bad 15. Okay. Time to stop. Time to stop the stream. Thank you, viewers, which probably just means turnip. So thank you, turnip. Hope your drawing goes